Hello, Divine Ones. Welcome back as we continue our conversation from Module 4, titled Taking Off the Mask. We are now in Lesson 4, which is titled Being in the Presence of Your Divine and True Self. As I record this lesson today, I am sitting in my very comfortable home and it is messy outside. The rain is coming down, yet there's something so beautiful and serene about the rain and the raindrops, especially when you're home and you don't have to get wet and messy outside. And also, raindrops is often, or the sound of raindrops serves as a metaphor that allows people to get centered and find peace when they just want to go within and be in the presence of their true and divine self. And so, if you hear the raindrops, I hope that it resonates with you. I hope that it will allow you to really resonate with this message and that you find yourself flowing in your divinity as we do this work. All right, let's get started. Being in the presence of your true and divine self is a beautiful experience, one that transcends the confines of identity, personhood, and the ordinary mind. It allows for a departure from the liberations of ego identity and is a step beyond the boundaries that define us. To immerse ourselves in this experience, we can engage in practices like meditation, prayer, and contemplation. These practices serve as a gateway to a stream of well-being, a place where we activate and elevate our vibration. In doing so, we become one with our innermost soul self, casting aside the chatter of our everyday thoughts to attune ourselves to the divine wisdom that resides within. All three practices are valuable and can be incorporated into the experience of being in the awareness of your true and divine self. So let's take a moment and better understand each of them. Meditation. It's primarily a practice for cultivating mindfulness, inner peace, self-awareness, and mental clarity. It aims to quiet the mind, reduce stress, and promote a state of focused awareness. This unwavering focus acts as a gentle mentor for the mind, encouraging it to attune to the present moment while gently distancing itself from the allure of wandering thoughts. Through meditation, you enter into the realm of inner emptiness, a space that is in harmony with your innate and unaltered state. Here, you awaken to the purity of your true self, rekindling your connection with your natural essence. Prayer is a form of communication with the higher power, often with the intention of seeking guidance, offering gratitude, requesting assistance, or expressing devotion and faith. It can serve various purposes, including spiritual connection, comfort, and seeking divine intervention. It often involves spoken or silent words and can be directed outwardly or inwardly. In my personal journey, I've undergone a transformation in my approach to prayer. It has evolved from a mindset of presenting problems, often occupied by pleading, distress, and tears. I used to feel the need to kneel, thinking it was the only way my requests would be truly heard. While this whole experience of prayer is beautiful, I carried with me certain conditioned beliefs from my church background. However, I've come to realize that prayer doesn't need to conform to a specific mold. It is, in essence, a conduit for connecting with divine presence and a higher spiritual reality. Prayer shouldn't be an obligation. Instead, It should be a heartfelt calling and a source of joy. Through deep introspection and inner work, I've overcome an interesting revelation that prayer extends beyond formal rituals. It includes every thought we think and every word we speak. Our thoughts and words serve as prayers to the universe, reinforcing the significance of nurturing positive, life-affirmed thinking and speech. In my current phase of spiritual growth, my prayer life is centered on flow rather than force. Its purpose is to establish a profound connection with the higher spiritual reality. This connection allows me to exist in this sacred space where I can turn inward and contemplate my heart, seeking the truth of who I am. Speaking of contemplation, let's explore this concept further. Now, contemplation is a deep and reflective practice that involves thoughtful consideration of significant questions, ideas, or spiritual concepts. It encourages introspection, insight, and a more thorough understanding of oneself and the world. Contemplation often revolves around a chosen theme, question, or text, and necessitates sustained and concentrated thought to examine the subject matter from various perspectives and depths. You've been engaging in contemplative practices throughout this entire course. I'm willing to bet that as you've listened to my words, you've had natural questions arise, questions that stirred something within you. When you take the time to answer these questions in your coaching workbook, you are, in essence, engaging in contemplation. However, the richness of contemplation truly shines when you find yourself in the presence of your true and divine self. It's a state where your mind is uncluttered, enabling you to envision and perceive not merely with your eyes, but through the lens of faith. It's important to note that contemplation differs from meditation. Unlike meditation, which often involves emptying the mind, contemplation actively immerses itself in the chosen subject. Yet, it's worth mentioning that emptying the mind, as in meditation, can create a sacred space conducive to profound contemplation. In this state, you can meditate to gain clearer insights into the aspirations, hopes, and dreams that reside close to your heart. In summary, whether through prayer, meditation, or contemplation, or all three being done at this same exact time in different moments, they all share a common objective: to bring us closer to the presence of our divine and authentic selves. While it's worth noting that these practices aren't prerequisites for self-awareness, they serve as invaluable pathways. In a world filled with conditions and distractions, including those imposed by the mind and ego identity, these practices provide a kind of yellow brick road, guiding us back to our inner sanctuary, to our inner home. Now, anticipate that distractions of the mind will surface during these practices. When you allocate time to sit with yourself, particularly in the early morning before the demands of the day take hold, be prepared for interruptions. The ego and the concerns of daily life may attempt to intrude. However, it's vital not to become entangled in the web of the past, the present, or future thoughts. Simply observe these distractions without engagement. Resist the temptation to get caught up in their distracting allure. Instead, immerse yourself in the pure presence and glory of the moment. Let's now delve into the experience of entering into, connecting with, and tuning onto your divine and true self. But before we begin, it's essential to recognize that your true self is not lost. It patiently awaits your attention. It presents an opportunity to stand in your own truth and simply be yourself. Okay. Now, once you arrive in this place, you attain a profound self-awareness of your divinity. You flow into a spiritual realm filled with joy, peace, ease, mental clarity, and an in-depth appreciation for the abundant wellspring of your life. Remaining in this state becomes a natural desire for you, as the experience continuously reminds you of your true essence, which is pure peace. And that pure peace becomes your guide and a constant presence within. Gratitude naturally flows from your heart. You feel thankful for the simple pleasures of life, the challenges that have helped you grow, and the people who have touched your heart. Your resilience, even in the face of adversity, will be enhanced. Here, you can lay your troubles at the altar of your divinity, surrendering them to the divine essence within you. Your vibration and frequency rise within this sacred place, granting you clarity, purpose, and the courage to explore uncharted horizons. It's a place where you dwell in the presence of the divine, contemplating matters of profound importance and nurturing ideas, hopes, and dreams. The ultimate objective is to embrace silence and immerse yourself in the stillness of your divine presence. You will sense it, feel it, and become one with the power of pure authenticity. This experience isn't merely inspiring, but a testament to your deep connection with your true and divine self. Now, let's explore the evidence, outcomes, and manifestations of being in this presence. When you make this a daily practice, a transformation takes place at the core of your being. You expand. You become more. Life for you gains a newfound sense of ease, and your reactions to various situations radiate grace. You uncover answers to your most vital questions, concealed within the depths of your higher self. Enlightenment, empowerment, courage, compassion, and love become your reliable companions. Love stands at the bedrock of this connection. Your self-love deepens, and your love for the universe and for people broadens. Connecting with your true and divine self opens your eyes to the beauty and wonder that exists in the world around you. You begin to notice the intricate details of life, from the colors of a sunrise to the simple joys of everyday existence. That feels so good. The overwhelming desire to express gratitude becomes a natural response. You may find yourself regularly acknowledging the blessings in your life, whether through prayer, meditation, journaling, or simply vocalizing your thanks to those around you. Being in touch with your true self often brings a sense of contentment as you embrace your authentic nature and you release the need for external validation or material possessions to find happiness. Instead, you discover that genuine contentment arises from within. Specific habits, self-limitations, and fears gradually dissipate as you align with the truth of life, freedom, ease, peace, divinity, and wholeness. Your connection with your true self may lead you to the understanding that abundance is not solely material. It's also a state of mind and heart. This alignment with abundance encourages you to embrace life's offerings with open arms. It's a powerful reorientation of your life's journey. It reshapes you for the better. Understanding your true self breathes life into you, liberates you, and empowers you. These manifestations are not limited to particular moments or circumstances. It becomes a fundamental part of your being, enriching every facet of your life and inspiring you to express appreciation for the precious gift of existence. So wonderful. It's a source of indescribable joy and an attainable reality for you. As you know, Mooji has been my guide on this personal journey, and I invite you to join me in experiencing his teachings. He offers exercises that lead you to embrace your own presence. It's an intriguing paradox. We don't need to be taught to be with ourselves. Yet, in a world often neglectful of this aspect of self-discovery, his guidance proves invaluable. So I am going to allow you and invite you to listen to a short guiding process from Mooji. Be still if you can. Go somewhere quiet, shut off the world for a moment, and lean in as you learn to become and be in the presence of your true and divine self.
I'm going to give you a little exercise. The exercise is this. You are here, wherever you are in this moment. Just sit yourself down, be comfortable for now. And don't try and reach for anything to think about except what I'm sharing with you now. Simply be aware, put your awareness just on being present. Your body is here, your breathing is here. You know you're here. When I say you know you are here, let's say that the you which has got a history, which has got personality and desires and attachments and fears, I'm not going to include that as you, for these are just your feelings and your experiences and thoughts. I'm going to speak about a deeper sense of yourself. Just the knowing, the sense I am, but not personally. Just that you know you are. Just this knowingness. Be conscious of this natural knowingness. Now that may seem very simplistic, even oversimplistic, or even a kind of boring thing to say, but I want you to take it to heart. Be empty of everything else, and you'll find that there's a deep sense in you of just your existence. Stay with this natural sense of existence, and don't allow your mind or attention to drift off and pick up other thoughts or follow any sort of thought flow. Just do that. Stay as you are. Don't pick up anything new. Don't go anywhere. And one more thing, don't be waiting for, okay, what now or what next? No next. Just be. And see if you can sit like this for 10 minutes. Don't keep looking at the clock. Just for 10 minutes. Conscious. Don't go to sleep. Again, just the sense of being. No story, no history, no memory. Just immediately, directly, right now, right here. Not thinking, just aware. And watch that your attention doesn't drift off with some thoughts anywhere. If some thoughts come, yes, they come. They also go. If you don't pick them up, they go by themselves. You don't even have to push it. You only keep your attention, or just be aware that you are aware itself. And stay with this without waiting. So this leads to an intensity, a concentratedness of being. And I want you to pay attention to what arises in you. It may feel like a little tension, a little stress, but it is not. It is something very unusual. It is a sort of a quiet joy and an emptiness in you that is unlike anything else that you experience with your mind. Be aware of this. Don't be afraid of this. Be aware of this. Fix your attention on this and get used to this feeling of emptiness. But don't judge it. It is not a negative state. It's not even a positive state. It is like a stateless state. It is not something you're seeing with your eyes in your head. It is with the eyes of awareness that you are resting in yourself. And I want to encourage you by telling you that this is one of the most powerful things you can discover. It is going to make everything in your system more healthy. You're going to be able to use your mind well without a lot of distractedness. Any sense of agitation or fear or stress or worry will become much weaker. And I would encourage you to do this whenever you feel like it. Find a quiet place and go and sit by yourself and do exactly what I have just shared with you. Gradually, you're building up some inner force, a beautiful power. Not a power over anyone, but the power of your own consciousness. Follow that. And I support you totally in my heart for this. My heart just wants to encourage you, to remind you that your existence is a wonderful existence. Your spirit is pure and eternal. But I want you not just to hear me, but to know that and experience this. Have a wonderful day.
All right, Divine Ones. My hope is that you enjoyed that experience and that you were able to further understand what I have been teaching, but that you also felt the power of what I have been teaching. I encourage you to go back and listen to this particular lesson again as a way to strengthen your spiritual muscle, strengthen your ability to get comfortable with the truth that your divine self is so present and so alive within you. I love you, sister. Continue your work. You are doing an amazing job.